you guys are all doing well. So for this week's video, we're actually going to extend our book of the week from last week, which was The Very Hungry Caterpillar. So I have my son Trevor here. He's going to help me do some activities with you. Yep. So as far as material that you'll need, you're actually going to need
a pair of scissors, some markers, glue sticks,
pipe cleaners, red and green. If you don't have red and green pipe cleaners, you can just use paint, red and green paint for the activity that we'll need it for. Then construction paper. So for the construction paper, you're going to need a green and red one, but if you don't have that, you can use a plain white paper. You can use notebook paper, you can use printer paper, white construction paper, and then just have your child color it green and red. So for the first activity, we actually went ahead and made a caterpillar. So we used, Trevor went ahead and cut some strips of green construction paper, and then he's going to cut a strip of red, and we're just going to make a caterpillar. So just one is fine. Okay, so when you're done cutting the green construction paper, this is the perfect time to go ahead and use your child's math skills. So you'll just go ahead and count the strips of paper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So for the next part, we're going to go ahead and start gluing them together. So Trevor's going to go ahead and glue the first one. So what I did is I went ahead and put some glue at the end of one side, and then I pulled the other side around, and I went ahead and stuck them together like that. So this is a perfect time to also talk about the colors that you're using and then the shape that you created, which is a circle. After you do the first one, you're going to go ahead and loop the next one into the circle, and then the same thing. You're going to place glue here and then connect it to the other side of the paper. And then also, just to let you know, we do practice cutting with scissors at school. So what I normally do to help my students is I'll go ahead and have them hold the scissor, and then I put my hand over their hands, and they do the open, close, open, close, open, close every time that they cut. So that way, they pretty much already know how to do that. But, you know, since we've been out of school for a while, just go ahead and encourage them to use the scissors with the open, close method. And then also, just a reminder, make sure you put them up high, so that way later they don't get into the scissors. To go ahead and take a black marker. Pass me the marker, please. And you are going to make
a smiley face,
2 circles for the eyes, and then, like Trevor said, a smiley face. So this is one of the activities that we did for the Very Hungry Caterpillar book. So for the next activity, we are actually going to make a little caterpillar out of a stick. So what what you can do is, go on a nature walk with your child and then help them find sticks that you can use to create your caterpillar. You can use long sticks, you can use small sticks, you can use medium-sized sticks, it doesn't matter. Just, encourage your child to bring home a few, and then also the nature walk, talk about the scenery, give them the vocabulary. Even if it's hard vocabulary, it builds their vocabulary skills. So just talk about those things when you're on a walk. So for this activity, we did collect a few sticks, so Trevor's going to go ahead and use the pipe cleaner and wrap it around the stick. And then, like I said, if you don't have pipe cleaner, you can use either markers or paint, and just go ahead and have your child color or paint the stick. The end of it will be green, and then the front of it will be red for the head. This is kind of tricky, so if your child needs help, you're more than welcome to help them. So what I normally do is I put my finger on the pipe cleaner, and then I hold it down with one finger, and then just pull the pipe cleaner all the way around. The textures. Some of these sticks that we got, they're kind of like bumpy, and some of them are really smooth. Like this one has a more smooth texture. So talk about those textures with your children, and then they're going to be able to, with time, tell you the different textures that they feel. For example, like I said, this one's more rough, it's more bumpy, versus this one, it's more clean, it's more smooth. It does have a few bumps, but
it's not much.
Yeah, it's not as much as this other stick. So he's all done with that. So what he's going to do now is he's going to
grab a red pipe cleaner, and you're going to cut it right,
a little bit
of it off. Then you're going to do the same thing, and then just go up. Yeah.
These pipe cleaners are really easy to cut too, so. Cool. There's his little caterpillar. You can also use pom-poms and have them, if you have them available, just glue them, help them glue it on. I normally do have them glue it, and then later I use like a hot glue gun and reinforce what they already glued on, just so it doesn't fall off. And then also you can go ahead and add googly eyes, but we don't have any at the moment, so this is pretty much what we've created with what we have. So for the next activity, we're actually going to go ahead and do make a little caterpillar on a piece of white paper. And so what we did is we went ahead and cut out some circles. And what I want to encourage you to do with your child in this activity is building their math skills, as well as their fine motor, using the glue stick to put glue on the paper, and then using their fingertips to glue it onto the paper. And then also counting. After you're done placing them onto the paper, you can count how many circles you have, and then refer back to the book on what they remember within the story. So Trevor can go ahead and do that. And then you can also go ahead, if you do have markers or color pencils available, you can go ahead and make a little face on the red circle, or have your child make a face. And then little feet. You want to do little feet?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, this is your child's artwork, so if they don't want to do it the way you showed them, encourage them that what they decide to do is perfectly fine. So this is a little caterpillar that we created. You can also add to it. You can add different, like the very hungry caterpillar, you can add like the fruits that he ate, and then like the other food that he ate, the cheese, the pickle, the cake. You can add little things here and there and talk about the book. And then you can, like he said, Trevor, you can add the leaf. So this is one of the other activities that you can do with your child when you guys are home. For the last activity, I went ahead and created like a scavenger hunt. So what we did is we went ahead and cut out different color circles. You can use however many colors you want, but these are the colors that Trevor decided he wanted to try to find around the house. So what we did is we
got green, cut out green,
brown, pink, purple, black, red, orange, white, and blue. So for this activity, like I said, I just encouraged him to try to find something, an item of the same color as the circle. So for the blue, he found
scissors.
And then for the white, he found
a tissue.
Kleenex. And then orange, he found
a cutie.
And then for black,
I found a black light thing. Flashlight. I forgot.
And then for brown, he found
my stuffed animal.
And then for red, he found
a red balloon
that he blew up. And then for purple, he found
baby bath. Bedtime baby bath.
And then for pink, he kind of had a hard time finding pink, but he went through the kitchen and found a pink bacon storage container. Has a little pig on there. And then for green, he found
a basket.
So this is the last activity that we had for you guys. Like I said earlier, there's 5 activities included in this video, so I encourage you to do 1 activity per day. And yeah, send us some pictures. Feel free to comment on the video. Let us know what your child enjoyed doing and the conversations that you guys are having. But yeah, we hope you guys are being safe. Continue to wash your hands and let us know how you guys are doing. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.